Hi friends, it's Miss Tracey of Smith County Public Library. I'm in my backyard and we thought filming out here would be super great, but turns out when you mow and the grass has just been cut and it's all wet, it gets on everything, so we're kind of dirty now. Anyway, this is just a great book to someone very special to me, to a few someones very special to me. It's called All Birds Have Anxiety, and it's written by Kathy Hoopman, and it's published by Jessica Kingsley Publishers. And there are two more in this series that are wonderful. One is called All Dogs Have ADHD, and the other is called All Cats Have Asperger's Syndrome. And they explain different issues through pictures of animals. So I think you'll really like this one. I hope so. I hope that hope it gets heard. That's all I can say. So first we'll ring the bell, and then we will sing our song. Put your hands like this, click them forward like so, then open and close them like a book. Read, read, read a book, travel anywhere. Worldwide you decide, a book can take you there. This is root beer covered in grass and dirt, which means I'm covered in grass and dirt. All birds have anxiety. In a perfect world, everyone would cope with life just fine and no one would be anxious or worried. But the truth is, we don't live in a perfect world and everyone experiences life in different ways. Some people feel anxious and worried about anything and everything. You can see why they chose bird pictures for this book. Of course, everyone feels anxious sometimes, which can be good when you need to take care, or if there's danger nearby. Look here, there's a cat stalking the bird. That's definitely danger, right, Root Beer? Being anxious can also help you hurry when things need to be done. However, some of us are anxious even when we're not in danger. Our life seems to be going well. The take care thoughts, the danger warnings, and the hurry urges get out of control and become monsters in our minds. When stress builds up, anything can set off anxiety, such as a change of plans, something new, a comment, a thought, stuff. Even thinking about being anxious can make you anxious. Many people have anxiety, and it often runs in families. First comes an uneasy feeling that grows and grows until you're so scared you can't move or breathe. Often you don't even know why. Your mouth goes dry, it's hard to swallow, and your stomach hurts. You may get dizzy and sweaty and have headaches. Your heart pounds, your hands and feet can tingle or go numb. Every muscle is tense. It's like being filled with a scream. Look at that pelican. What quite a mouth. Anxiety also affects how we think, feel, and act. We are sure that nothing we ever do, say, or try is good enough. Even if we do well, we are certain it was a mistake. Look at that poor little ducky. Got the first place, still not sure about things. When we're overwhelmed and frightened, we see everything that goes wrong and nothing that goes right. Over and over again, we worry about the future and replay the daft things we did in the past, never stopping to enjoy now. There is no off button. Also, side note, I think the word daft is just fantastic. This is obviously a British book. British publication, I should say. Our minds become a fog. We sit and stare with brains like cotton wool and don't know what to do or how to do it. Everyday jobs like combing hair, changing clothes, and making decisions are too much to think about. To make things worse, we don't sleep well. We lie there knowing we have to sleep, then we worry because we can't sleep, which stops us from sleeping. It's an endless cycle. Wide awake thoughts churn in our minds. And these are some of the questions churning here. Let's see. Did I say the wrong thing? I bet I fail. Do my friends really like me? What did I forget? What if there's an accident? Should I? Oh no, something bad will happen. I must. Well, it happened years ago, but I remember. Am I good enough? I can't. I think we've all been there. I know I have. All of that makes us completely exhausted. Other times we may panic. Calm down, people say. Things aren't that bad. But they don't understand that when fear grips your brain, it takes over your body, and you'll do anything to get to safety. Anxiety can make us hyper aware of what needs to be done now. It's worse when people say, why don't you just start? We know we need to start, but we don't know how. So days go by when nothing gets done and our jobs pile up around us. Anxiety is much worse when you can't control what happens. Anyone's house look like this, or their office? No, mine does. Therefore, we try to order our lives and those around us to avoid surprises. Some of us do the same things the same way, which makes us feel safe. I am a creature of habit. I'm guilty of that. Sadly, we can't control everything all the time, so we constantly struggle and cope with life's changes. Sometimes friends say, let's go for a walk. It'll do you good. And it really does make you feel better. But no one realizes how hard it is to leave the safety of home if you're aware of every possible thing that can go wrong. Even if we want company, the thought of being in a crowd fills us with fear. I'm a bit like that myself. I do not like crowds. We have no idea what to say, where to go, or how to behave. We're worried that others will watch everything we do and judge us. Although I don't think those bluebirds look too judgy. They just look angry, don't they? Maybe they don't want their picture taken. Sometimes we're so tense that we can snap at others. I have been on both ends of that. Often we go off by ourselves, cancel plans, leave early, or just don't turn up. It's hard for those around us when we act like that, and we're very sorry. We never mean to upset anybody. Other times we can pretend that life is fine and we can have a laugh with friends. I like this picture because it's a kookaburra, and I love kookaburras. That is a nickname I have for one of my kids. And there's a fun song about one too. They have a great laugh. We can't keep that up for long though, and soon we need time to be alone in a safe place. If anyone comes looking for us, we hide. Let's see. We don't have the energy to chat. Besides, we know they wish we felt better, and we don't want to let them down or be a bother. For a while it helps to be by ourselves. Then we start to fear that we'll be alone forever. That's a scary thought. So it's like this. What you think affects how you feel, and then how you feel affects the way you act. Fearing the worst can make you feel and act as if you're helpless. But the fact is, you're not helpless, and there are things you can do to reduce the power anxiety has over your life. For example, avoiding something makes your fear grow bigger and scarier in your mind. Such as starting something new, walking out the door, dogs, speaking in public, spiders, planes, school, heights, changing my routine, homework, a party. Those are things they fear, and they're getting really nervous about them. The amazing thing is when you force yourself to face what scares you, or start whatever it is you're worried about starting, the scariness shrinks. You don't have to jump in all at once. From a safe place, you can watch how others cope. Then you can have a little try with someone you trust. Until slowly you're brave enough to face your fears on your own. Then you'll find that the things you thought would be terrible have no real terror in them. And the things you thought would be horrible are not full of horror. It's also good to remember that anxiety is not your fault and it will not rule you forever. Then you can practice choosing the way to think about things, or choosing to think about things in a different way. It can help if you don't fear anxiety when it comes along. Instead, accept it with an annoyed sigh. See, this little bird says, "Oh, it's you again." This represents anxiety. Seeing it as something outside of you gives you power over it. See, with that thought, anxiety is shrunk. Exercise, plenty of sunshine, and a healthy diet are all a huge help. So is snuggling a pet. Like this big old chunk of monk root beer I got here. He's very cuddly. Being with those who listen to us and accept us makes a world of difference. Learning how to relax and how to breathe deeply can bring peace. Look how crazy that looks. Then you can look forward, one more. Caring for others in need can help you forget about your own worries for a while. That's true under any situation. Until finally, there will come a time when you can glide through your days without anxiety. Then you can look forward to whatever the future brings, and even better, you can be happy living it. The end. Thank you all for listening, and I really hope this helps somebody out there, or several somebodies out there. I'll see you again soon.